Yes, people, how are we all doing? How are we all doing? It is game week 44 on Sorare NBA. And last week, I come in as the hashtag part-timer I am for a Sorare streamer nowadays. And we built some lineups and we almost crushed it. We did quite well. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for everyone that has turned up here live. I know that I should have a set schedule for this, but it's just impossible nowadays. So it's when I can and at very short notice. So I appreciate you being here. Like VS Trey, waiting here for 30 minutes, and also like Jump Shoot for waiting here for 30 seconds. So, there's a good variety down in here, and that's just how we move in these streets from now on. When Sorare MLB content, I do want to get into the Sorare MLB stuff. It's just I have a lot of it on the NBA, some of it on the football, and then in that like Venn diagram of all three sports, the baseball one just isn't there as much. But I do want to get into it, so maybe we'll look to do some of it this year, and we'll incorporate it into some of the streams as well, because I don't think the deadlines overlap. That's another thing that would be helpful, but alas, we are. Ian, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Good to see you in here. 3D, how are you doing? And Linus, how are you doing as well? Look, let's get into opening some rewards is what we should be doing. Because we did pretty well. We came 21st in rare champion, 49th in limited champion, just hung on to that tier 1 reward by like the nick of our teeth, or the skin of our teeth, not the nick of our teeth, the skin of our teeth. Common pickup, 865th, so we didn't get that reward. But again, we were up there. We're always close each week. So yeah, we got a limited, and in limited underdog, we hit a reward as well. Tier 1 limited champion, tier 3 rare champion, and then we got some super rare market credits. 6 more places, and we would have got a reward, or like 9 more places, but wasn't to be. So let's rip. Actually, how many did you get for that? Is that 20 quid and $25? Like $20, 15 quid. Adds up. If I go for an auction, it definitely adds up. Well, we'll open the commons. We will definitely do that as well. A Kristaps, a Tingus Pingus, we take that. Did any of you have any big dubs over the course of the week? I know DeJounte was like one of the main plays. That's what done me in on the rare stuff, on the champion stuff. I just didn't have the DeJounte Murray play last night. What do I get in terms of ETH for this? For rare champion, what do I get? $20? $25, so £20. Limited champions a little bit less, like £8, right? £9.41. So 30 quid's worth there. We take that. Now from this, I just want playoff players. I don't think you can get tier ones that aren't. I assume Wemby, obviously Wemby would be nice to have, but I don't really want the Wemby now, if I'm going to be completely honest. Not that I'm getting him for 49th. And I don't really want a Cade Cunningham. And I don't know if he is a tier one anyway. So I don't want him. I just want playoff people. Tier 4, I have no idea who tier 4s can be. But again, if he's in a playoff team. Suns, go on, be Bol. We've done it. We've done it. I don't even have like I need a Bol drop. I really do. But we now have a first owner Bol. So we take that all day long. That's better than whatever we're going to get in the tier 1 and the tier 4, if I'm being completely honest. That's better than what we're going to get. Oh man, that's so. Do you know what? Let's do a let's do. I'll find a way to give something away for this. So let's use this hashtag tier 1 in the chat. You have to like the video. You have to be subbed to the channel. Hashtag tier 1. I'll sort of give away out of something. I'll send something across. Whoever wins it at the end, leave your Sorare name in the stream so I can go and send it to you as well. But we'll do something for it. So like the stream, be sub to the channel, all of that stuff, tier 1 in there. And we'll do one at the back end of the stream for it. So Bol has been secured. Now, I don't know what's more, like what's going to be better, the rare tier 3 or the tier 1? I think the tier 3 is going to be a little bit less. So we'll crack that open. Playoff team, Dallas. Okay, we take that. We take Dallas. Forward, Daniel Gafford. I'll take that, 33 is quite high, though. Coming off a 56-point game. He does have a ceiling. He has shown he can go in the 50s. So actually, it's not bad. I'll take him. He'll definitely be in the rotation for the Mavs come the playoffs anyway. So another new season card for that, for whenever Sorare announce what their playoff schedule is going to be fantasy scoring wise. Any day would be nice, if we're being honest, because we're a little bit over 2 weeks away from playing, and it's not leaving much flexibility. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a playoff guy, so I can't complain. Right now, this one I just don't want Cade, and I don't know if he's a tier 1. I don't want Cade. Oh, Magic. Is it Paolo? It's Paolo, isn't it? Right. So Paolo Banchero. I don't know if I have a limited Paolo. I know I have his rare of last year, but I don't know if I have his limited of this year. I know I have some Orlando guys anyway. So yeah, I mean, we'll take that as tier 1s go. We should probably go and have a look what tier 1s we could have got, but I'm an idiot, so I don't do that. Oh yeah, look, I already built one team. Look at me, getting ahead of the curve. Just getting ahead of the curve. What are the tier 1s that you could win for limited champion? Let's take a quick look. What are the tier 1s? Chat would have been like, GG Jackson is a tier 1. How's that happened? £20. How's that happening? Is that right? That can't be right. I mean, Banchero is probably not much more than 20 quid anyway. Like, he's probably less. He's like 15 quid. This is what I mean. So, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, he must be. I mean, he's more than Paolo. So yeah, fair enough. I guess in that realm, that's how this works. How much are like these guys now? How much is a Chet? This isn't financial advice, by the way. Chet's in the like 50 range. Okay, what's a Steph at? Steph's what? Steph's 20 quid, 30 quid for his new season. Okay. Jamal Murray. I imagine Jamal Murray is going to be quite cheap. Yeah, Jamal Murray's in the 20. So, I mean, by that realm, like GG Jackson is a tier 1 because people are paying 15, 20. They're all auctions. On that public offer was 33. So, yeah, I mean, by that, he is a tier 1 because he's a rookie as well. So, that's an interesting one for sure. But if you're looking at it solely on price, GG's better than getting a Paolo, and he's a rookie card. So that's That's where it is. What's there's no way. Hang on. I know we need to do lineups because I need to be done at a certain point. But there's no way. Nick Batum is a tier 2. Surely not. Is it in order? Oh, Batum. Oh, I thought you said Nick Batum. Okay. Again, he's like a tenner. It's the rookie. It's the kind of it's the rookie card that's doing it. I think that's why the auction prices are going. That's why the auction prices are skewing up because people are trying to get the rookie cards for collection stuff. So in that sense, I can understand it. But yeah. Yeah. Right. Anyway, let's go and build some lineups. And as you're more than aware by now, I have a very lovely little tool that helps me win such rewards that I just shown you. And we're going to go back and check with me about like 3 months ago when I filmed this. So we're just going to jump back over there for 30 seconds. My lineups going forward now for season 2 on Sorare are going to be powered by top tier projections. If you want to see what they're all about and try and gain that little edge over the competition within the Sorare streets, I'll leave a link to it down below in the description for you to go and check them out. Let the guys over at Top Tier Projections know that I'm the one that sent you. They'll give you a special offer and it will also help support me making these videos going forward. Damn, there we go. We're back in the room as well. Right, let's do... Well, I know I've already done my common pickups. I don't know why I did these. I think I was just like looking at them and trying to get them done. And I quite like this, if I'm being honest. I don't think I'm going to change it. There's probably a more optimal version of it now. But I'm kind of happy with it. So that's what I done. Oh, yeah, it's because I was trying to figure out what the dishing dimes was. So the scoring on this is nuts, right? It doesn't show. I wish they'd show, if they're going to do weird scoring matrix, put it here, like show everyone. But it's basically all on the assist for it. And it's scored in a major way. I think it was like 100 points I was seeing on projections. I don't know if that was wrong, but yeah, I mean, again, if we win the common card, I'll give it away, but we'll wait and see for it. Another quick reminder, if any of you have just joined, to put in hashtag tier 1 in the chat, like the video, be a sub, and I'm going to find some limited card that I will give away and send over to the winner. But yes, we're going to get back to it in terms of Champion Limited. We're going to go back to back, I feel. I've got a feeling, like the first time was so nice, had to do it twice vibes. Luca's going to play for me. 12% now. He's really racking up. And B's coming back soon on that 10.5. And I'm kind of like, he's going to be like a little gem because whilst I have Luca and Giannis for playoffs and Tatum as new season cards, I have that Embiid to like tick along in the regular season stuff. So I think they'll do a new season, old season. I have my Embiid, I have a Sabone, and then I've got a Luca, a Giannis, and a Tatum for the other stuff. That's what I'm happening for it. That's what I'm happening. I'm happening. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know where I was going with that one. Kyle Kuzma is projecting out the roof as well, and I have him at 10.5%. So we're going to play him alongside a Keontae George because he's just getting obscene minutes because the Jazz are full every time. Every time I do this, don't I just go and select one and then get the wrong person. We'll throw Kuzma back in there. We'll go and get Keontae George. Yeah, he's projecting out the roof because the Jazz are just in full. Let's play every youth player that we can vibes and move from there. Another guy that's projecting really well this week is Dylan Brooks. However, I hate myself for playing him because it's Dylan Brooks on an 18. And now I know he can get in the 30s, but he very comfortably can go and get you 12. And I don't really like that about players in champion. I don't mind in contenders and underdogs, but I'm not sure I've got much of an option because I also want to play Chet. And with Chet, I then have to have Dylan Brooks at this range. There's probably some I could go out and buy, so I might look to do that later on. But for now, that will be my champion lineup, and I'm kind of happy with it. I know that Keontae's been a little bit disappointing lately, but I think that he's going to get these games. They're just going to give them these minutes, and they'll see, and you'll see what happens. And at 26, like he's a rookie at the end of the day. He's not one of the top tier guys. Every now and then, you're going to see a less than stellar performance. Is what's going to happen. It's just really what it is. I don't mind the Case and Wallace shout. I just think for now, I'm gonna run with that. The one in contender that I'm kind of happy about is I get to play Jordan Poole again, who was unbelievable last week, 55 season high. That's the Jordan Poole that we was expecting at the start of season 2. And also, I kind of look back and like his rare price at the start of the season. Oh man, his rare price was like £250. And Jordan Poole the other day was like 15 quid. And I was like, damn. I was like, I know they're not going to make the playoffs as well, but damn. I was like, that's a sad indictment. It really is. Franz Wagner is going to be another guy I'm going to run in here. Some of the Magic guys at 28. Game against the Clippers, game against the Grizzlies at 28 is just a little bit kind of in that spot where I'm like, yeah, do you know what? We're going to do this. And speaking of players that are on hot streaks, not that Franz Wagner was a bit of an interesting one. Miles McBride at 23, leader of that second unit, but actually going into the first unit now and just like lighting it up for the Knicks alongside Jalen Brunson. The Knicks have been really impressive of late. And yeah, they're looking pretty solid. Someone else is he's had his moments this year, shall we say, Andre Drummond at 16. If he gets some minutes in these games, I can see him getting minutes in that Timberwolves game. And Drummond just cleans up. He just cleans boards, is what he does. He's board man gets paid. That's how it works with him. And then that last spot, I'm tempted for a Cole Anthony just because of that backcourt matchup against the Grizzlies. I'm tempted for Grant Williams, but I don't know. There's something about Wiggs playing the Hornets and the Spurs. I think realistically, this is where it should be coming in for him. And if you have a Steph this week, I would be liking a Steph play. I'm tempted to go out and buy a Steph as well if we're going to go down that route. We'll quickly do underdog as well. And underdog is quite simple because it's still a Garrett Temple week. And this is where I would play Garrett Temples. I wouldn't be putting him in priority lineups, but if you have a G Temp, then I'm playing him. It's the same with Aaron Wiggins. With some of the guys missing in that OKC realm, he's kind of stepped up into that backcourt, into that second unit, third unit realm. If Shea's going to miss a game on a few of the other guys, he's just being a little bit more. He's like they're looking at him for a few more minutes, which means I'm going to go for him. Dante Exum's another one. I know that Luka is at shoot around today and everything like that, but I think we're going to run him in the underdog streets. And then someone I picked up the other week and then didn't end up playing him. I know it says he's inactive, but I don't think that that's true. Chris Dunn at the Jazz again. I think they're just going to end up giving people loads of minutes where they can. And then to round out this like rookie lineup of Brandon Miller that I won at the start of the year. So I'm kind of like all in on this random limited underdog team, but we take it. We take it for real. We really do. France has been horrible recently. I think the Magic in general have, but I don't think that this will last towards the last sort of 9-10 games. I think they're going to get things clicking a little bit more. I don't know why Markel Fultz hasn't been in the lineup as much for them as well. Maybe someone that is a bit more on the beat with the Magic's ins and outs will let me know. Taco Sayer, I'm not sure if he's here, but he would be able to say. But the guard situation in Orlando is a bit of an odd one. It's changed a lot, it feels like, throughout the whole season. So, yeah. And then dishing dimes. Let's see what we can actually put together for this. So, obviously, Luka would be my priority, but I'd want to play him in my priority lineup. So, James Harden will play in this for me for sure. And I don't know where else I'd go. Like, I'd want a Tyus Jones if I had one, or a Trey Jones, which I do. And then do you need 3? Yes, then I need 3 new season cards. So, Derek White, potentially. Yeah, we can throw a D'Angelo Russell in. Derek White and 15 mark. Who have we got in the 15 mark that's a new season card? Pat Connaughton, Bol, Gary Harris. Gary Harris is an option. I think Gary Harris is looking like the best option. Gary Harris is going to be the option. Okay, right, we move with that one. I think that will be the move. All guards, we'll go for the assists, and we'll move from there for it. Is Jabari Smith Jr. playing? It says inactive on Sorare, but I think he's in for that. I believe he's playing. I don't think he's on any injury reports. He may have a Q tag, but I think he's playing. So yeah, I'd double check before the lot, and also not like 5 minutes in case the game breaks again. But yeah, this is where we'll go. I'd go Brandon Miller. I go Brandon Miller, not McCollum on that one. Right, let's do rare. I could look at that one, but I'm not sure in all seriousness, because the issue with running Sabonis in that would mean for the dish and dime stuff, then I don't have. What's happened here? Are we here still? Yeah, there we are. I thought it all went out then. Something just bugged out massively with the internet, but I think we're back. Yeah, the issue with playing Sabonis over the Derek White call is I then don't have the new season cards that are required, is the issue with that one. So that's the only annoying thing. Like, I would then need to drop the Tyus Jones. Oh, actually, wait. At 30, what can we do with that? At 30, maybe Josh Giddey, maybe Drew Holiday, maybe Mike Conley. Maybe Mike Conley. That's actually not a bad shout, you know. Could do Mike Conley. I don't think Drew Holiday will play. Oh, that's really got me tempted now. We'll throw the Drew Holiday in and we'll see. But I actually quite like that one. I quite like that one. Yo, George, what's up? Quick question. Who do you think I should run? Jalen Williams, Jalen Green, McBride, and someone like Lou Dort? Or should I run Paul and Isaiah Joe instead of McBride and Dort? I'd run Paul and Isaiah Joe. I like McBride. I don't like Dort. I don't like Dort for this one. I really don't. Right, let's do rares because I kind of want to cook in rare and I want to get... I'm really toying with the idea, and obviously I know I've got this rare champion lineup built here. Do I play a Schroeder and Watford, or with an Ant-Man and a Jimmy Butler? Because Jimmy's projecting like really well this week. Or do I go and change it and trust Mikal Bridges again? I think Trendon Watford's going to play really... I think he's like the back end of last season for the Blazers. He got loads of minutes and played well in a fantasy scoring wise. I think he's going to do that with the Nets now. I really do, because the Nets... What can they do? They can't do anything. They're not going to make the play-ins. Where's the next season? So that's why I think they're just going to give Watford minutes and see what you can do for them. I like Jimmy, but the idea is then I can do this. I can put Jimmy in. I could throw Jordan Poole in, and I know there's the memes with it, but it's still Jordan Poole. Bridges is coming off of having that good game, and I know what I've just said. And then there's the Andrew Wiggins play, and he's projecting really well for these two games. Do I trust Andrew Wiggins is the issue. So I don't know. What one looks better to you? Do you think this one or the original, which was with... Where was we at? Where was with Ant-Man, Jimmy Butler, Dennis Schroeder, and Trent Watford? I'm not sure what one looks better. I know there's Ant-Man in here, but he's coming off of three now lackluster performance scoring-wise games. And then I could have Trent Watford in another one. That's all I'm thinking. So, in fact, oh man, I think we'll do the second one. I think it looks better. I really do. I think if we go for Jimmy Butler in here, we throw a Jordan Poole in as well, like we just said. We throw in a Mikal Bridges, and then we go and throw. And I could put Miles McBride in, but we'll throw Andrew Wiggins in, and we'll see how we go for that one. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said, Daniel Pedro. Exactly what I was thinking in that realm. But you know, we'll play it by there. We'll do our contender next, because I still think I'd rather prioritize it, because the Dish and Dimes lineup, like the gift card's really nice, and so is the rare tier 1. But I think how many are... Sorare's been really buggy for me now. In the rare streets... I see GG Jackson isn't a rare tier 1. Okay, right, got you. Okay, so rare. What is going on? Just endlessly going back between the same thing. In the rare streaks, on rare Dish and Dimes, tier 1 pays down to top 4, but in contender, is it top 5 for a tier 1 rare? And I know obviously they're different levels, but yeah, you are in that tier 5 realm. So for me, I'm still going to go for contender, especially with my... Actually, no. How many new season cards could we actually fit in this? Like, where would we be looking at if I go rare Dishing Dimes? It's not that bad, you know. Scoring wise, I don't think that's that bad. What's my my limited projects at 591? The rare one. So like, this is what it shows on the top tier stuff. This is what it's showing me. So I can see you've got like Jimmy Butler, Carl Anderson, Dante, Russell Westbrook, Fred VanVleet. So I've got some good guys there for the assist. The Carl Anderson one's a bit there. And then Jimmy's going to be Jimmy in this sense. So I could throw him in this lineup instead. But I feel like I have to play him in champ. I feel like that's where I should be prioritizing him. But I don't think many people are going to, unless I have a Halliburton. That's the one issue. I don't have a Halliburton, which I feel like could hamstring me. So maybe we do the contender as the play, and we see where we roll with that. So that's what spits out contender. And I kind of like putting the Wiggins and the Trendon Watfords in contender, because I feel like they're less likely to go on those big tangent scoring runs. So if we then build that for rare contender, so we'll scroll on down. What would you prioritize? Are you like, when you build your lineups at the minute, guys, do you go and look at the new competitions and actively build for that? Or do you have like whatever's left you put in there? Because I am curious, because it was something we all asked for, and I'm very glad it's there because it is another thing to buy for and play for. But I'm not sure what one I would prioritize over a champion lineup, and that's like where I'm at with these new competitions. And it's a good thing to have. Like, it's not like, oh, just because I'm putting my other cards in the dimes, that's not a negative. It means that that's how I see things. I'm just curious at where other people are on this one. So we'll run him in there. Caleb Martin, I think, is going to start to kind of come into. Do you remember Caleb Martin, the playoff last year? He just turned into some like unbelievable freak. That's what I remember for him. This one I could put Wiggs in as opposed to McBride. They want me to throw Jordan Poole in this as well, which I don't want to do. No, we'll throw McBride in here. We'll throw McBride in here because I know he's been good lately, but at the end of the day, it still is Miles McBride. If we get rid of Jimmy and Jordan Poole and Bridges, I wonder what it says for me. So again, like, this is what I'm just doing just to show you. You can exclude the players that you don't want in here. So because I'm going to play them in another lineup, I can get rid of Paul. I can get rid of Jimmy. I can then get rid of Mikal Bridges. If I type his name incorrectly, it would then do that. Run it again, and that's what it spits out for me. Dante DiVincenzo is still at 36. I know he had that mental night the other night. DiVincenzo, and then a Jeremy Sohan play, leaving 3 on the table. If I took these guys out at 39, who have I got? No one. I could throw Paolo in, and then instead of having him at the 23 mark, I could play a Zubac who's going to play a Magic side, and he's going to play a Hornet side, or Carl Anderson, like we just said earlier. Vanderbilt's still out. If I put Zubac in there, submit that, because then, because then obviously now I have the option on the dishing dimes to then play again. We need a season. Please put in the new season stuff. Like, we just need a little UI update, especially for when the new comps come. We need that. We can then throw a DiVincenzo in. I don't think I'm like that fussed on playing a Paul George for it. We can put a DiVincenzo in. We can throw in a Miles McBride if we find him. Where was he? Miles McBride's there. Fred Van Vliet. Oh, that's saying you don't want to say 3 times fast, is it? Fred Van Vliet, we can then also put in. And then the Westbrook. I can put the Westbrook here because he's at 21.5% for me. That leaves me with 43 left. Who would I throw as the other guy in? What, like Jaren Jackson? Oh, Jaren Jackson's not going to be the move, is it? I don't know where I'd go for that one. I really don't know what I'd do. That's kind of annoying that I can't get like a Dame in, or if I could get Dame in, I'd kind of like that for his assist potential. 23. Who was Carl Anderson? 25. Harrison Barnes. It could be Bam. I guess it will be Bam. I think that would be the move. I think it'll be Bam. Bam will be the move. Yeah, we'll do that as our dishing dimes one. We'll see what it does, and we'll see what it pays out. And then we'll finish up with Underdog, and then we'll touch Super Rares as well. So Rare Underdog. And also, before we then get on to Super Rares as well, if you are here watching this live, put a hashtag tier 1 in the chat, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll give away some cards. So we'll sort that out towards the back end of the stream. Rare Underdog Streets now. We've got DeAndre Jordan. What a man he is. Wow. We're going to throw him in there. See what he does for us. That'll be funny if I can end up using that card towards the playoffs. That'll be kind of funny that, like, if DeAndre Jordan does end up getting any minutes in their playoff rotation, it will be quite amusing. We'll also throw in Markel Fultz, like we said earlier on, just in case he sees some minutes. We'll put Thomas Bryant in there at 14. Again, I just kind of want to boost his percentage scores up for me. We'll put Dennis Schroeder in here. And then at the 12 mark, we have Jackson Hayes, who might get some minutes if AD gets a rest, but I'm not going to hold my breath too much on that one. I know he's DMP. It's just you never know. You never know. The underdog stuff for me, I've come close a few times in underdog, but and again, I like the fact now that you can get the best card in the game in an underdog, in theory, in a tier 1. But I always think that if you have a gallery where you can compete in champion, you shouldn't play those cards in underdog because they'd be better off suited in champion. Like Trendon Watford for this week will be like the underdog smash play, and I only have one of him. I'm going to play it in. I'm going to play it in champion if we're going to be completely honest. And then we'll do super rare contender. I did think about putting in the lineup for dishing dimes because I've got a few of the nice Wizards guys for it, but I don't know. It's just a different one with Sabonis, Halley, Curry, Mičić, and Isaiah Joe. What would you change for the dishing dimes? Not much. Mičić got like 12 assists the other day. It's just the Isaiah Joe play. Halley, Curry, and Sabonis are going to be great. Although Curry on assists, he's like, what's he averaging? Like 5, 6, maybe like a Van Vliet or someone instead. I don't know. Curry's going to be good if they do like a 3-point shooting one, obviously. So, contender is going to be. Do I do contender as my priority, or do I do champion as my priority? I still think I should do champion. Especially with these Wizards guys at the minute. We've got a De'Aaron Fox that we can run. I still like playing Denny Advia. I think Tyus Jones is meant to be back, but I don't want to risk it. Like he's meant to be back on the Heat game, but I've got a feeling they might shut him down. So we'll throw the Corey Kispert duo back together. This is where I wish I just had a little bit of a better MVP, but I just can't go out and buy a big MVP right now without knowing what they're doing in the playoffs. Kispert and Denny Advia, we will happily run with them. Josh Giddey is coming off the back of some seriously good games recently for them. And then I've got Mikal Bridges. And like again, I like these four. It's just I like Fox, but I'm not sure he's going to be ever my top dog MVP because he doesn't crack 60. Like he's hit 62 and 66. 62, 63. He's hit above 60 5 times this season, and one of them was at the top of was at the start of the year. So I don't mind it. I don't hate it as lineups goes, but yeah, I have a feeling as well that that's what they're doing. I always thought they were going to trade him. If I'm being completely honest, I thought Tyus Jones was going to get traded, but alas, they kept him. But I think he'll go in the summer. He's too good to be a point guard at a team that just isn't competing. He's 27. Like he's going to be. He'll be on it. Like he could have gone to the Lakers, been like what Gabe Vincent was meant to be for them before getting injured all the time. He'll be at a good team next year. I'm almost convinced of it. Then in this sense, we've got Jackson Hayes, who we're going to run because we have to. Grant Williams, because we have to. And that leaves me with 28 left. So we're going to have to run the Kessler Edwards and hope he gets minutes. The contender play of dreams. And then we can run a KD alongside him and a Rudy because I'm not sure what I'm going to... There's a potential trade on the cards with James Harden. So we'll throw the Rudy in there for now. James Harden would be better, but we'll throw the Rudy in there alongside. This I don't imagine to hit unless Kessler Edwards gets minutes, which he probably isn't going to do. So yeah, that's where we are with all of those teams. I haven't put a street ball lineup in for however long because I just forget, if I'm being honest. And like what? You get $10 and you're not going to win it because you don't have uniques. Well, I don't have uniques, so that's just how that goes. Right, let's draw this. If you're in here now, last call to put tier 1 in there. Like the stream, you have to be sub to us on the YouTube channel to be involved as well. And we'll sort out some form of. I'll find a card that I'll send over to you and give away. If you do win this, please put in your Sorare name in the chat as well. That would be appreciated. But we're going to roll it in now. 28 entries, a couple more last minute calls. We'll see how it goes. We're going to click the button in 3, 2, 1, and we're drawing. Oh, it goes on for ages, doesn't it? Zeus! There we go, Zeus. We'll get some like lightning player. We'll try and find something, some form of player to give away in that sense. So W in the chat for Zeus. We'll sort that one out as well. Zeus, please put your Sorare gallery name in the channel chat that's on now, or in the once this stream comes off and the video goes up on the channel. Leave it in there. That would be helpful, and I'll get something sent over to you at some stage. And yes, guys, I think that's going to do it for now. We're just waiting at this point now for the Sorare update for the playoffs. Like, it's been a hot minute since we've had like a court report, what they're doing, what their plans are, how they're going to do everything. Because I'm worried at this stage now there's not enough time that if it isn't good and there's things wrong with it, then they can't change it. And that's been one of the things that I was always sort of positive about beforehand, is normally that if something isn't great, they retract it and they change it and they make it better. And we're like 2 and a bit weeks away. That's the only thing that scares me. So yeah, big when update. Big when update. Really is. It really is. I'm confident that it will be good. They will learn their mistakes from season 1. So yes, we'll see it as is. There was also a podcast that came out on the channel today. If it will probably be on like the side of, I hope it would be on the side of the stream that's up here right now of what to watch, or it will follow on after this stream's over. Just a few things that you need to know for the NBA playoffs. I mean, the boys sat down, we hashed it out. We went through the standings, we drilled down, and you can then use that for, obviously, if you're trying to plan ahead with your gallery for the playoffs, it always helps. But yeah, I think that'll do it right there. Thank you very much, guys, for watching and hanging out with me, chilling with me for some stream stuff, for some lineups. It's been fun building it. Open those rewards. I might go on the live report later with Mike as well, so I might see you around then. But if not, catch you in a bit. Peace.